We had tried to purchase a home previously by ourselves, and we weren't ready. We weren't financially responsible enough.
We were spending money we didn't have, because we always say, well, if we're going to put this money up and save, and then we go spend it on something.
What's an example of a periodic or seasonal expense?
I first met the Perrys at our annual event called Home Opener, and they wanted to start the path to home ownership. But just like a lot of young couples, they had some financial hardships. The first class that we enroll them in is money management. The first 90 minutes is understanding your credit. The second 90 minutes is money management and budgeting.
So you have your revised plans. Your counselors will go over with you to help you work on that.
My mortgage counselor, Katrina, is very caring, and she was very helpful. She educated us a lot. The tools that we learned weren't just for this moment. They were habits that we had to acquire and to learn. And once we did it month after month, it just became a lifestyle.
But you do need to say where we're going to put the furniture at.
I'm really thinking about putting a TV on that wall.
What TV? It was a long process, a long, strenuous process. And it really feels like we woke up and our dream has come true because we finally have it. We went through lots and lots of houses in a short amount of time. And now that we've got it, it really does feel like we woke up in the dream.
The first time I purchased a home, I was right out of college, and someone I was working with said, oh, hey, you make plenty of money, why don't you buy a house? On paper, it seems like I can purchase a house and everything's fine, so why can't I? Well, a year into the process, I really realized that I wasn't ready.
Hey, hello, how you doing today? Come on in. She had a few barriers to overcome, so we sat down and we looked at her complete situation and assessed what options she has available to her.
Rebuilding the Wall is a community organization that helps rehab older homes in the neighborhood. And there are so many vacant and abandoned properties. Why not rehab a property that's already existing instead of building a new? And my new living room, which I'm really excited about because of the natural light. It really is magical because just a month ago, 6 weeks ago, it looked like it was just all studs and had a lot of damage. But to come out on random days of the week and a roofer be there, you know, putting on all the shingles that I just picked out 2 weeks ago, thinking about, woo, it's time to paint colors and how am I going to decorate? Those are all very fun and happy things, but you also have to, again, take a step back and go slow and think about the consequences. And so I think it's important for everyone to be educated about the whole process and come up with a realistic timeline for yourself. Not when someone else says, hey, you can buy a house, why don't you buy a house? When are you going to be ready to buy a house and make that kind of long-term commitment?
During labor, they lost Timmy's heartbeat, and they had to use forceps. The result of all of that, Timmy ended up with cerebral palsy, and then later through the years we found out he was also legally blind. There we go. Our hot muffins! And we tried different schools and different techniques and medicine and, you know, behavior therapists and things like that, and it just didn't work, and the schools basically didn't want him there no more. I wanted to be able to buy a home for my son to plan for his future. I was having a really hard time buying a house because I had just filed bankruptcy. You know, I didn't have a good enough job. I'm a single mom raising a handicapped child. INHP stood out because they offered all the counseling to help teach me the things that I needed to know about. It really educated me and helped me be more of a responsible person before I got into the house. And that's important. You have to know what you're getting into before you get into it.
Hey, Mommy. What? Pull that lawnmower out for me, please.
Pull that lawnmower out for you?
Yeah, I'm going to get the cut
now.
now.
Go in and put your stuff up. Where's your shoes?
The mud. I stepped in the mud.
Oh, man. We were separated for a long time. When I moved him home, it was a blessing that I had asked for a long time. And, You know, the bond that we have built over the past 6 years is just not replaced by anything. That somebody thought enough to start an organization to help families like me, to give us enough courage and strength to be able to do something like this. It just wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for INHP.
Without INHP, we could not have done it. We tried and failed, and through this program, we became very successful.
They've changed my life. They've changed my children's life. They've changed my mother's life. My whole family is better off because of the folks at INHP.
It started a pathway to being a responsible adult in society and being a part of a community and being a part of wonderful neighbors and just enjoying life, you know, in a home that's ours. I'd still be living in an apartment, struggling, so it's a huge thank you. You helped create this. Thank you very much.